back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, and today we have another timeless pick a card reading on how is your absence affecting your person? Do they miss you? And we have three piles to choose from. Pile number one, we have our Edmund Dulac Tarot. Pile number two, we have our John Bauer Tarot. And pile number three, we have Tarot of the Owls. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video. Share, subscribe, comment, it means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And I'll see you guys in your reading. Thank you. So pile number one, if you chose the Edmund Dulac Tarot, this is your reading on how is your absence affecting your person? Do they miss you? So just give me a minute and we'll get to channeling. Okay, by number one, we have the Hermit, we have Three of Pentacles, we have Four of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, Death, we have Ten of Pentacles, and we have Queen of Pentacles. So how is your absence affecting your person? I think your person is very introverted right now, even if they're not. Someone who's naturally introverted, the reading starts with the Hermit card. So they're definitely going inwards. They're not expending a lot of energy outwards. They're really taking some time out for themselves and figuring out what they want. And in a way, they do feel very alone. But I think this is a choice that they have made. And Hermit is the beginning of you going into sort of like your own metaphoric underworld. So a lot of things will be revealed to your person. I think your person will have to go through their own set of tests in order to truly come out the other side being reborn. And I think the best thing for you to do is to let them go right now. And I know this sounds very difficult, but the best thing for you to do right now is to let them go, because even if things are truly meant for you to be together in the future, you will be able to come together. And I do think this person really rocked your world in every sense of the way. And there's something about stability over here. I think this person has also affected how you sort of go about creating stability in your own life. And I do think that is sort of a lesson this person has also taught you over here, is to learn to be stable in your own way without you needing anyone. And I do think that is going to be the result of you sort of interacting with this person. This person is really going to teach you how to hold your own. And I would say your person is focusing more on work. I think they're focusing more on the money. I think they're focusing more on the daily challenges that they have in order to overcome. And I would say they are a little out of touch with reality as well, because of just everything that they're going through. And it does feel like a spiritual test for them. And again, it's very interesting. We have the Hermit and we have the Death card. So your person understands that they just cannot keep going on the way they have been living. And I do see them making changes, but I don't know if you should be waiting around for them to make those changes, because I don't necessarily see this person choosing you. Pile number one. We have Ten of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, but I just feel your Ten of Pentacles is going to be with someone else. And maybe right now it's really difficult for you to believe that, because maybe this person was the best you've ever had till now. So, your scope of experience is perhaps too limited for you to feel that way about this person. And I do think you have sort of idealized your relationship with this person in the past, which hasn't been very beneficial to you, instead of looking at the reality of the situation. But with you, I do feel you do already have a lot of options, and I do feel you will be seeing someone else. I really am getting that energy for you. So I would say this person is keeping themselves too busy to even feel guilty about what they have done to you. And I'm sorry, but I don't think your person is very self-aware, or they choose to not be very self-aware, and they choose their ignorance every time, especially when it comes to them being accountable. And this is a typical textbook case of having a narcissistic parent or having a parent with an inflated ego where they just felt as if their needs could never be met. So they had to deploy sly tactics to get their way. But then again, it's no excuse given that they are an adult. And I do feel for a lot of y'all, this person is much older than you. I would say at least 5 to 10 years older than you. So their behavior is truly appalling. And I think it's the best thing for you to do is to forgive them for yourself so you can move forward, because I still see you being happy, and I see you sort of claiming your happiness by doing in and putting in the work. And again, you're showing up as Queen of Pentacles. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, anything in the middle. You're going to truly be at the top of a game very, very, very soon. Pile number 1. And I think through all this, you have to learn to not compromise on what you want and not just to settle for some any nonsense and any garbage, which is truly not going to benefit you. Understand you are very special and you're supposed to be with someone as special as you, right? I do think the shifts in your life will be very, very sort of hidden and sudden. It'll almost creep up on you, but in like a good way. We do have Wheel of Fortune also. So I do feel just because you have been putting in the work day in and day out, just one day it'll all accumulate into abundance in every sense of the word in your life. Like I feel you will have money at the same time you will have love. I think you will have everything together, if that makes sense. That's a very strong energy I'm getting for you. Pile number 1, even if it takes some time, even if right now you have to penny pinch, if you really have to be conservative with your energy, do that, because you need your energy to again create what you want. And you cannot always be there for other people, right? I think that is also an important message. But again, see, we have this 7 of Swords and 7 of Cups. So it's sort of deception and illusion. And I think in a way, your person knew what you sort of wanted, so they could play into it to get what they wanted out of you. And I do think, pile number 1, you deserve someone who will truly love you for who you are unconditionally without it being sort of an exchange or even a transaction, because I think that is what has been a very dehumanizing feeling for you. But I do see you sort of overcoming that, and I think you just need to give yourself a little more time, because time does heal wounds, especially if we don't keep pricking at them. And I don't think you are the pricking kind, so I think you just need to give yourself some time to again assimilate this experience and honestly use it in your favor to again come out on top, and not in an opportunistic way, but in a way that is karmic for you. It's sort of your retribution over here, pile number 1. I really feel that. Shuffle some oracle. Okay, pile number 1, we have you inspire me. You deserve better than anything I can offer. You have no idea how much pain you've caused me, and I stalk you. So firstly, I said this person is truly self-ignorant. I think they choose to be in that space in order to avoid accountability for their actions. And I don't see a person necessarily taking accountability for the choices that they have made or will be making. And I don't think you will give them that power that you've given them. So, but they're definitely keeping an eye out on you, even if they're not doing it very directly. So they definitely check your socials periodically. And you inspire me. So you have definitely inspired your person to go after their ambitions even more. But I think the more difficult lesson that they're going to learn eventually is at what price, right? And again, I think your person is just scapegoating the fact that they're not feeling good enough right now. So the best thing they can do is run. But again, it's it probably made the situation worse. And I don't think that's the way they look at it. I think they were really just putting their own selfish needs before yours. And I'm sorry, but again, I don't think your person realizes that they're being selfish just because they're so self-indulgent, if that makes sense. So, but then again, it shouldn't be a concern for you. And I think you just need to take your time to grieve it out and let go, because I do see you moving into a much happier time in your life. I do see you being more confident. I do see you going after your own dreams and ideals, and even being with someone soon. I don't think you're going to be single for a very, very long time. Pile number one. So I definitely feel you do have a lot of suitors here as well. So get yourself out of the burrowing hole that you have created for yourself, right? Yeah. Take your time. I would say really take your time with things, but just know you will know the right time to step out. And I do see you going out more. Yeah. I also see you going on dates more. I do feel that with the Queen of Pentacles. So just know whatever has been taken out of your life, pile number one, it will be replaced with something better very, very soon for you. And I think that's what you need to focus on more than your person. I shouldn't even say your person. Your humiliation ritual. Yeah. Because that's what often a lot of relationships or situations feel right? Like they do feel like a humiliation ritual. And I do think you are a little embarrassed, but understand that you will sort of be able to redeem yourself and rise above this all. And you are going to be more in this start energy. So in a way, you've dodged a bullet, pile number one. I think that's the best way for you to look at the situation. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number. Once again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video. Share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And I'll see you guys in your next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number two. If you chose the John Bauer Tarot, this is your reading on how is your absence affecting your person and do they miss you? So just give me a minute and we'll get to channel it. And all of a sudden, I was at loss of words. So I do think your person wants to communicate, but I just don't think they know what to say. Yeah, 10 of Swords. They know they messed up really bad. Okay, pile number two, we have 8 of Wands, we have the Fool. 10 of Swords, we have the Magician, we have 4 of Pentacles, we have the Tower, 6 of Cups, 5 of Cups, and the reading ends with the Hermit. How is your absence affecting your person? They do realize that they have done wrong, but I just don't know how willing will they be to take accountability. But I do see a person trying to manifest you back, and I do think your person is manipulative, because I think they're showing up in this magician energy, and I think they're really waiting for you to call them, and I don't think you have called them, and I don't think you're going to call them. So I think it's going to be a rude sort of awakening for them. And I think your person might have given a silly excuse, as if they weren't stable enough and their finances weren't in place, or they were just not okay. And maybe there's some truth to it, but I think the truth is they were just not truly willing to take care of themselves or you. And I think even in this relationship, you have felt very alone even if you were with them. And I think that is your biggest sign that you clearly shouldn't want this person back, right? And we have Six of Cups, so I do feel that there is something karmic in nature happening over here, and you sort of had to balance out your karma. And I think you also had to learn a few lessons. And having said all this, I do think you will quickly move to a new beginning for yourself where it'll just be a distant memory for you. It'll truly be a distant memory. And when we're going through a breakup, it does feel like the end of the world. But after a year or two, you can barely even remember. And I do think you will be in that place where it will just be a distant memory, and your reality will have shifted for the better. So I think you just have to give yourself the time that is required for you to really step into your new beginning, because it is here. I think it's just a matter of you allowing yourself to grieve and move on. And I think you will be able to trust again. I think you will be able to really, really be free and open with people again. I think you do have a very beautiful, deep heart. You are a natural giver. Pile number 2 is what I'm picking up. So you will find someone who will also give to you equally, and that is what you deserve. And I think in your previous relationships, or situationships, you had to really, really claw your way through. And I don't think you will not have to over explain yourself or your value to the people that are supposed to love you. I think it'll be a very reciprocal thing where the love will just be pouring to you, in and out of you. Yeah. So how is your absence affecting your person? I would say they do think about you, but I don't see them wanting to do anything about it, honestly. And because it's almost like if your person gets accountable for this, then they will have to get accountable for a lot of things in their past that they have been trying to scapegoat and run away from. And I do think your person does have a bit of this childlike energy, and they haven't really grown up. Yeah, I don't think your person has really grown up. Are you okay? So I think you need to cut your losses and move on, and realize you have so many more options. And I think you understand how beautiful you are, or if you don't, you need to pay more attention to that and know that you can truly have anyone you want. So don't keep yourself stuck. It's not worth it. Pile number 2. But still honor someone even if they couldn't honor you, right? So you can be free of it finally. So I think even if you get into these overstimulated, frenzied thoughts, just let it pass. Instead of fighting it, instead of resisting it, just let it flow out of you. And I think it will be released sort of out of your system, and that should be the goal. So even if you feel like crying, just allow yourself to cry, and don't keep waiting for the apology, if that makes sense. I think that is more important, because I've seen it most of the times. People are so hung up because they never realize who they loved, and they almost want validation for the pain the person that they love have caused them. And you're not going to get that validation from them. Please understand that. By number 2, only you can give yourself that. And basically, you don't have to keep wasting your time. You can be happy right now. And I think right now you might even feel called that you maybe have to walk alone for some time, but I don't see that happening for a very, very long time. I think you will find your way, you will find your success, and you will also find your love. So I think that is what more of the focus has to be for you than how your absence is truly affecting your person, because I think your person is very slow when it comes to realizing things. They're very slow when it comes to matters of self-awareness and what to say to that, right? And like I said, you cannot keep waiting waiting for someone to realize what they have done wrong. Yeah. I think a person is also trying to distract themselves through work, through friends, maybe through other people that they are seeing. Because I'm also getting that energy over here. So the lesson for you here is to not take it personally. Because it's not. Like I said, there's something very karmic happening over here. So you will get yourself out of the cycle. And I think the focus has to be you right now. Yeah. Because the reading ends with the Hermit card. So knowing everything that you know now, pile number 2, you have to truly go inwards and find yourself again. So you can be reborn. I think that is the core message for you over here. Shuffle some oracle. If your person could say anything to you, what would they say? Okay, pile number 2. So I've told my family about you. Your presence in my life has turned my world upside down, and I appreciate the lessons you have taught me. So I think this is more of their future self. And I think by the time they have these realizations, I don't think you're going to be into them. And you shouldn't be into them by the time, they realize these things, because I do think they will take some time. And I do feel maybe even in the family, there is someone who is not very good at taking accountability. So I do think that's a family generational thing. And I think you might know that, given you might have some information on the family. I'm sure you must have seen the pattern if you have interacted with their parent, for example. So these are very difficult lessons that you've taught your person. And I do think they will maybe take a little longer at school than maybe you did when it comes to learning lessons. Because I do think even if you fall on your face by number 2, you don't stay down very, very long. You know how to sort of do the next best thing for you quickly. And I think that's the energy you're going to continue to be in. And understand that you are the blessing in whoever's life you are in. Pile number 2, I think that's the core message for you. That is what you really, really need to realize. And I know you might not always feel that way, but that is the truth. And you do trigger people, but it is for the best. It is so they can really look inwards and change what they have been avoiding forever. So anyone you come in contact with, pile number 2, their lives will be changed forever. For the better, that's only a choice they can make for themselves by doing the work. And I think this is what you need to realize, so you can be a little more detached when it comes to matters of your own heart. And again, understand that for a lot of y'all, I do feel it's a very karmic lifetime. I know I'm repeating myself, but the energy does feel heavy. So do whatever it takes for you to release yourself, because only you can release yourself from this. Yeah, I think that's the main message for you over here. And I think by the time you might even get an unserious apology from your person, you will be so far ahead that you'll just be like, whatever. You're going to be so indifferent, and you will not have a positive or a negative emotional reaction to it. It'll be just like another thing for you. And honestly, that's the best place for you to be in. Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 2. Again, it's a channel reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for private reading, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose Tarot of the Owls, this is your reading on how is your absence affecting your person? Do they miss you? So just give me a minute and we'll get a chance. Okay, pile number 3. So we have 10 of Pentacles, we have the Tower, we have 6 of Cups, we have Justice, 6 of Pentacles, we have the World, card, we have Five of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, and Ace of Pentacles. How is your absence affecting your person? Your person does miss you a lot. Your person thinks of you every day, pretty much, I would say. And your person does spy on you as much as they can. They try to find as much information they can find on you. And I do think there was something where you just stopped talking all of a sudden. We have the Tower card. And you were definitely the giver in the relationship. So your person really misses just having that kind of backbone and support and unconditional love that they never really cherished or valued until it's gone. So they do miss that. They do miss everything that you sort of brought with you as blessings just by them being with you, right? Whether it be money, whether it be just you having the right contacts, or just whatever. It was very beneficial for them to be with you, even if they didn't realize it then. And I think that's what they're missing right now. And this again sort of tells you that your person is a little immature and selfish, and they're still in more of this ego energy of self-preservation in a way. So I do think you did the right thing by leaving. Even if they found someone else, which I do think is the case for a lot of y'all, I don't think they're necessarily happy, and I don't see that working for them either. And I think you're coming out at the other end of it in this Nine of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles energy. So you're going to be more stable than ever. You're going to be hotter than ever. You're going to definitely have a glow up here if you're not already having one. I do see that for you very, very soon. And I do see new opportunities coming for you in terms of work and love. So be open to it. I do see you going on a date very soon. Even if your person misses you, pile number 3, I think this will miss you from a very selfish place. Like that's what I've been trying to say in this reading. So even if your person tries to come back, I don't think you should entertain them. Yeah. I think you're still grieving. I think you're still going through the motions. I think you're still getting it out of your system, and it's all right. I think you need to give yourself the time and the space. And trust me, after a few months, after a year or two, you would feel very differently about this person, and it would just be a distant memory that is kind of irrelevant to you. But it did affect your life at one point. And again, I do feel the older you get, you just in a way consciously choose to forget the bad things. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad way to live. And I do see you just naturally doing that. It's just going to be a natural, distant memory that, was the face for you. I think that's the best way I can say it. So, in a way, you have dodged the bullet. And I do feel your person is scrambling, and I do think they will get their own justice, even if the justice might not seem the kind of justice you might want, but they do have their own reckoning coming to them. So understand that even if you sort of fell post this tower moment, you're going to be able to rise up like you have never been able to before. And that's where your power is. That's where your ability to grow is, pile number 3. Please understand that, and understand the deeper mechanics that are playing their part over here for things to sort of work out in your way, where even if it might seem like things are against you, they're sort of exactly how you need them to be to get to your best possible outcome. I think that's the best way I can put it for you. I do think you need to just dig deeper within yourself. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So I think the opportunities around you, even right now, if you're just able to see it, if you can just take away this screen of pain, you will be able to see it for yourself. So I think you just need to get to a more calm space. You need to get to a more relaxed space. So again, I would highly recommend yoga, tai chi, whatever fits your boat. A more slow moving practice for your body, some breath work, some pranayam. And again, pranayam, I would say be careful when you do it. Don't do like crazy 300, 400 pranayams that they're very scary to do. So maybe start small, 10, 15 breath work, control, breathing exercises. I think all those things are going to really help you. It's going to sort of help you scan the best possible option for you in the moment. And I think just be open to your own heart and just see the kind of images or messages you're even getting right now, because I do think your guides are very, very close to you and they're sort of guiding you to the right person, they're guiding you to the right thing for you to do right now. And I think this file just needs to take it easy. Yeah. So also what you need to know is nothing is truly lost over here, because even if there is pain for you to still work through, you haven't lost anything truly that matters. And once you get that realization experientially, that will set you free and you will be able to again go after the things that you want. Yeah, I think that's the best way I can say it. Yeah, I think that's the best way I can say it. I do feel you will have people coming into your life very, very soon who will again pour into you the way you have been pouring into other people. So I know you don't even expect that, but I do see that happening for you. I do see someone even giving you roses, or someone could have given you roses recently. Yeah. Shuffle some oracle. What would your person say to you? Okay, pile number 3. So we have, I still have your pictures on my phone. Please don't move on. I have so much to say to you. I kept the texts. So I don't think your person has moved on. So they clearly don't want you to move on, even if they're pretending that they have moved on. They've kept the text, they've kept the pictures. And I think they're still not in a very accountable space. I think they still want to argue with you and sort of gaslight you into taking them back. But I don't think you should entertain them, to be very honest. You can maybe listen to what they have to say, but I don't think you should entertain them any more than that. I think you need to just keep it moving. And I think that's the best sort of outcome for you in this situation. So this definitely feels like an ex for you, pile number 3. Someone you have dated and been with for a while. But it was just that it was just an experience for a season for you. And I think you have learned your lessons. Or you are in the process of learning right now. So you don't have to keep repeating the same module, right? So I think that's the main message for you. And I do feel there is new love for you coming very, very soon, if it isn't already in your life. I do think you're going to be getting more attractive. You're going to be taking care of yourself better and just pouring more into yourself, which is again going to help you attract the right kind of partner for yourself. So on the days when it gets really difficult to love yourself, you need to love yourself even more. Please remember that. Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 3. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video. Share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for private reading. And I'll see you guys in your next reading.